2:35 in the afternoon. This is the Eddie Burke Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Arishi over there, standing proud as the producer of the Eddie Burke Show, taking your phone calls, 274-5297. He goes home and talks to his socialist friends about us, but that's all right. When he's here, he's engaged.
You're so mean. You're so mean, but that's okay.
Bunch of socialist pukes you hang out with. But
you see this, Rebecca? You see what I have to deal with?
Rebecca, they're a bunch of...
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, they're a bunch of socialist pukes. So, I mean, you've heard the vitriolic comments that they've said about our governor and our state, haven't you?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of
hey,
course.
hey, let me do this. Dianne Feinstein on... welcome, by the way, Rebecca Mansour, welcome to the show. Hey,
I can jump right in, whatever. That's okay.
Let's get right into it. You're from conservatives4palin.com. Now, you were criticized because by Ramirez, Representative Ramirez one day, because, what do you folks from California care about Alaska? You don't have a voice up here. Well, today, you do have a voice because Dianne Feinstein... Let's see. Today, United States Senators Dianne Feinstein of California and Benjamin Cardin of Maryland introduced legislation to outlaw one of Alaska's primary methods of predator control. Feinstein and Cardin's legislation would remove the option of issuing permits to these pilots, gunner teams, who are not specifically employees of the state. And Alaska, presumably because of Palin, is the specific target of the legislation. In 1971, your article is here at c4p.com, conservatives4palin.com. In 1971, Congress banned aerial hunting of wildlife after gruesome images of the cruel practice were broadcast on television. However, there is a loophole in the law that permits states to allow private citizens to engage in airborne hunting under the guise of wildlife management. For example, the state of Alaska currently allows private citizens to hunt wolves from aircraft, citing the need to protect herds of caribou and moose. What else?
Yeah, that's Feinstein's statement. Now, that's not us. That's Feinstein.
Yeah, okay.
I got to tell you. Okay, first off, Alaska does not have aerial hunting. Aerial hunting is illegal by state and federal law. It's totally illegal. This is complete political grandstanding by this lady, okay?
Yes.
Alaska, what you guys, it's a great system. You guys issue permits to skilled, gunners and pilots, and these permits that then can go and use it for the predator control system.
Right.
There. And it's in controlled areas. It's not like, you just got a bunch of yahoos out on a Saturday night, like flying around and shooting things.
It's a very scientific surgical strike that we do up here. I mean, it is done for a reason. There is science behind it. And it's the most humane, I would argue. I don't even think you can. It's not an argument. It is. I mean, because that animal is dead. Because versus trapping, the animal can run, it can have a broken leg, it can get out of the trap and have a half a leg and then wander off for days and die. Where this here is a surgical strike and the animal's dead and the practice is permitted that way.
Yeah, this is for food, man. This is for food for the native communities who need, healthy moose and caribou herds. And, what they don't want to talk about is the fact that just one wolf pack can decimate a moose or caribou herd. One of the things that's really ridiculous about Feinstein's bill is that it's not going to save one wolf. All it's going to do is it's going to make Alaska grow government. Because now Alaska has to hire the people that before they were getting to do for free. Before they were getting these guys to volunteer for free to do this, to engage in the predator control system. Now you're going to have to hire them as state employees to do it.
Rebecca, why don't you expand on that for us a little bit and tell us why and explain her bill a little bit more in detail.
Certainly. Okay, here's what she's saying. She's saying there's a loophole in the law. And this is what the loophole is that she's referring to. In the federal ban on aerial hunting, they have a section that says that there's an exception to the ban. And this is what the exception is. I'm reading it to you. this section shall not apply to any person if such person is employed by or is an authorized agent or is operating under a license or permit of any state or the United States to administer or protect or aid in the administration or protection of land, wildlife, etc., etc. So what that says is that if you are a permitted agent or hold a license from the state, a license or permit to engage in wildlife, predator control management, then this ban on aerial hunting doesn't apply to you.
Right.
Well, what she is saying is she's going to take away the quote, what she calls a loophole, take away the right of the state to issue permits or licenses to volunteers. Okay? So now the state of Alaska won't be able to permit or the volunteer who will do this for free. Now you guys are going to have to pay that person, make them a federal employee.
Right.
Or a state employee. So it's like you're basically going to have to grow government in order to do this. It's not saving any wolves. It's just making a hassle to Alaska.
This
is a necessary system, too.
The end result is it's not going to preclude Alaska from predator control management. It's just, like you said, it's going to make government, it's going to cost us more to do it. So what's her point? I mean, what's the dig here? Is it all about Ashley Judd or the...
It's about Sarah Palin.
Yeah?
They're going after Sarah Palin.
Uh-huh.
This is about the Democrats, sticking it to Sarah Palin to make it. I mean, this is just totally personal, and that's why she references Alaska in this. I mean, it's just absolute nonsense. They know it's nonsense. This is just grandstanding, and you know what? I'm speaking to Californians here. Californians need to be outraged by this because you want to know what? Our state is a complete mess, and our senator is more worried about a predator control program in Alaska than she is about our own state. I mean, we got health care going on at the Capitol, and our senators are saying, oh, we don't have enough time to read that bill. They don't have enough time to read the bill, and yet they're butting their noses into predator control in Alaska. What's up with that?
That's beautiful stuff. It's like the people of California. Heck, you can't even pay the bills down there, and they got a senator that's more worried about predator control in the state of Alaska.
That's right.
Yeah,
this is how absurd it is. It's so outrageous. It's offensive to every Californian. We got to put these people out of office. That's really what we got to do. But I live in a stupid state.
Well, I was born there until I stayed there until I was 9 years old, and then my parents brought us myself and three other brothers up to Alaska. What is this? Is this grandstanding? Do you think this goes anywhere? Because in the end, like we've established, it's not going to change. We're still going to have the right to have predator control, to exercise that right. It's just we're going to have to, like you said, we're going to have to grow government. I mean, is this all about maybe, okay, Sarah, I could see a commercial Sarah Palin used to allow wolf hunting or aerial wolf hunting,
sure.
Therefore, and Dianne Feinstein had to change it, and the Congress said no, and to make her look like it was all about her, and heck, she's probably the one in the airplane shooting them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. They imagine that she does this. I mean, it's so stupid.
Well, they superimposed me. Maybe they'll superimpose her in an airplane on a commercial and have her shooting wolves from the airplane, and then I don't know.
I got to tell you, that's going to backfire on them because you know what? There's a majority of the people in this country will think that's the coolest thing they've ever seen. You're like, let's elect that lady, man. She can take out a wolf pack from the air. I mean, they will be totally behind that. She will be like an action figure. I think that'll backfire on them. But it's total grandstanding. They're just trying to do this to mess with Alaska, and to mess with Sarah Palin, and it's just shameful. And I'll tell you, the other thing that's interesting about this, and I was reading, researching all of this, is that it's totally necessary, and I know that they have other methods that they use for predator control that aren't lethal, that aren't killing the animal. Like with the bears, you can relocate them and all that. You tranquilize them and ship them someplace else. You can't do that with wolves. I mean, the only way to deal with them is take them out. And here's the thing: it's not as if they're harming the wolf population. I mean, these are glorified dogs. They breed They have like 5 or 6 pups, all the time. So it's like you're not going to hurt the wolf population,
No.
I mean, it's just so stupid. The whole thing is so stupid.
Well, I tell you, it's amazing that other people. I mean, Dianne Feinstein is finding it necessary to meddle in Alaska's business, cost us more money, more heartache. This is a very, and in all seriousness, this is absolutely a very most humane way to manage for abundance is in this predator control program. Hey, will you want to hang with me? I gotta pay some bills, Rebecca, and so could you hang with me, and then we'll be right back.
Absolutely, Eddie.
All right, that'd be great. Rebecca Mansour, she's from conservatives4palin.com. It's the number 4palin.com. We'll be back more with Rebecca right after this short commercial break.